Oh, dude. He has returned with another video.
Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
Fulfill your destiny. TheorySabers.com. I destroyed the fan base, says Matt Walsh. Revenge of the Sith fans can't answer these Star Wars questions. Well, if it isn't our lucky day.
Well.
Because the prequel man, otherwise known as Star Wars man, is about to do his thing. 17 hours ago, I literally just went onto my computer to start making some videos, and I see this pop up on YouTube, so you know I have to watch it for the respect of George. Respect.
$200 a signature, so why don't you just go out and get a job?
All right, let's go ahead.
If I personally don't like something, it is a national crisis. Well, I haven't done the comment section
Nah, dude. Hey, get in line on that one. I think I take number one spot.
in a while, but I had to bring it back to respond to some of the comments on yesterday's show, specifically.
Big shout out to Blender Bottle, by the way, before we get started. Beautiful new blender that they sent me. I'm using a different top, though.
Revenge of the Sith after watching the re-release in theaters. And the comments are, as expected, very negative, very much not in agreement with me, very upset.
Bro literally made the most wackadoodle accusations about Revenge of the Sith with no proper precedent or research.
Now, of course, saying that a movie has bad acting and bad dialogue but is still good is like if you ask someone their opinion of the local Italian joint and they say, well, the customer service is terrible and the food tastes bad, but overall, it's actually a great restaurant.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's like he was on his phone, probably was on his phone the entire time while he watched the movie. And then actual Star Wars fans are calling him out being like, no, you're wrong about this. And be like, they're all negative comments. Where did this come from?
A lot of very upset people. And I say it's not a surprise, but I did think that the prequel trilogy was pretty widely understood to be crappy. I thought the prequels were infamous for being...
No, it's only amongst like you old heads who like didn't really watch the film all that well. And hopefully now it grew on you. And a lot of people are like, the same thing's going to happen with the sequels.
And,
Yeah, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
No, I don't think it will. But hey, maybe we'll see in 20 years. I'll see you guys in 20 years. Who knows?
I'll just read a chunk of them right off the top. Might be the only time in history I disagree with you. This is an awful take. Matt having a non-awful take on movies challenge. Impossible.
Yeah, that's what I saw on a lot of my comments on the video too. Which, how many was uploaded like 10 hours ago or something? Let me see how many views does it have now. 94,000 views in 17 hours already. That's crazy. It's pretty good. It's wild, man. Like, this video on Revenge of the Sith is so much more interesting, but yet gets not even a third of the views that something like this gets. It blows my... Like this one. Phenomenal amount of information. Like, this took a while to make. It was just a lot of info in there. You have to read the book and compare stuff. Star Wars fans, I don't know. We're in a different place now, I guess, with Star Wars. Okay, let's get back to the matter at hand.
The shroud of the dark side has fallen.
I may have just destroyed the culture by not liking Star Wars. One guy on the internet doesn't like Star Wars. The culture's done. It's over.
Yo, welcome to my world, bro. Except it's just me with Andor.
That's the kind of power I have. If I personally don't like something, it is a national crisis, which is how people treat it. I am not allowed to not like certain things. You're just not allowed.
Yeah.
There are certain things, if you don't like it, people will let you know. No, you're not allowed to not like that. You have to like that.
And then it's funny because most of the time that's coming from the people that are like, either they're like, don't like it, don't watch. And then when you don't watch, they're like, why are you not watching? How could you do this? Or it's coming from people that are like, all opinions are welcome. You don't have to love something or dislike something. But if you dislike something that they love, whew, oh boy.
Don't make me kill you.
Then you know, you have to like it. Yeah, but I just don't. I just don't like it. Well, but you have to. You have to like it. Find a way to like it. Watch it until you like it.
Bro, this video is going to turn into me just like agreeing with him because he's now speaking my world for the last 9 years.
Good, Andy, good.
Sorry, Matt, you're deadly wrong on this. Revenge of the Sith is amazing. Y'all tripping. Just came to say this dude is dead wrong.
Okay, we're going to get to the point where he's like, what Star Wars questions can we not answer?
This might be the worst Matt Walsh take ever. Unsubscribing. There are a lot of those. A lot of
Yeah.
unsubscribing.
Yo, did you know from my Andor, where I said I'm not covering Andor anymore, I think I lost 4,000 subscribers. All the videos I made 9 years, well, I mean, it's probably like newbie fans or whatever. Well, no, there are probably some OGs in there too being like, I can't support you anymore after everything. I just can't support you. You won't watch Andor? I can't.
How rude. Who am I? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to.
Shut up, lame ass.
Yeah, like 4,000 subscribers. It went from like what is it? 3,332,000 or something to like 3,328, some crap. Math not good. No, I think even more than that. I think now it's in the 26s.
I laid out my case. I explained it in detail. I explained, citing examples, why the dialogue is bad, the acting's bad, the action choreography is bad, the story has a million plot holes. Now, does anyone step up to the plate and actually argue?
Okay, well, clearly he hasn't seen my video yet. I bet you he's probably seen my video after this, because this was uploaded 17 hours ago, and my video was uploaded, look at that, 17 hours ago. Matt Walsh, I expect a video watch, a video reaction of my video to your video.
Don't try it.
Is anyone arguing that the acting is good?
Literally gave you points in my video.
Want to tell me, do any of you in the comments, okay, do you want to tell me that Hayden Christensen, the lead actor, the guy this whole thing is about, put in a good performance? Really?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're going to rank like the great cinematic performances of all time,
No. We're not taking to that argument. We're not going to rank it with great cinematic performances. We're going to mark it with who he was supposed to portray, how he was directed, and why he portrayed Anakin the way he did. There is a distinct reason, and I have a video on that. Pop it up right here. 2-3 million views, and it explains perfectly, as well as I explained it in my video to his shitting on Revenge of the Sith.
where is Hayden Christensen on that list? Where do you think? No, you don't want to say that because obviously it's not good. Okay, so then what about the dialogue? Does anyone really want to tell me that the dialogue is good? Does anyone dialogue? Okay, dialogue that.
So he picks and chooses, and this is an argument that a lot of people do just to win a point, and it doesn't work. It's so flawed because if you have a brain or half a brain, you can literally see what they're doing. So he took the scene from Padme's terrace. Okay, you're so beautiful. It's only because you're in love. No, I'm so in love with you. So love has blinded you. Yeah, okay, arguably shitty line. I don't know, that was lame. But then you have, I would say, probably one of the best dialogue scenes and acting scenes in all of Star Wars, which is the opera scene where Palpatine is talking about Darth Plagueis to Anakin. How come he doesn't talk about that? Because he knows it's good. So if you're going to choose the shit, you also have to choose to highlight and talk about the great parts. And that's just great debating. You have to always acknowledge both sides to make your point. Otherwise, you can tell you're just kind of grifting to one. You're just forcing one side.
Where the bad guy literally throws up his fists and screams no into the air. You want to tell me that's good dialogue? Really? That's what you call good?
You know what I would argue with that scene is that, yeah, it's shit dialogue. There's no reason why Vader should be like, no, but the scene's emotion supersedes that crummy dialogue. See what I'm saying? The acting, the music, the scene in and of itself, the buildup of 6 films into that one scene supersedes everything. And you're just like, okay, you know what? This is what Anakin's going through at this time. Like, what's he going to do? He can't lash out at the Emperor, even though there was a scene that where he was going to do, was written, he was going to do that in a concept art. He didn't. George went with him just going, and when Hayden was in the suit, he was walking clunkily because he wasn't used to it, right? And George was like, this is great. I want you to not be used to the suit because this is literally your first time as Vader in the film and in the suit. So it works. You're supposed to walk all like weird and be like, don't know what to do with your body. That being said, the no scene, a little weird.
Of which you could easily find the script on, or if you're a super nerd, you have it memorized. Give me, I don't know, 3 examples. No, not even 3. 1. Give me 1 example of good dialogue in the script.
The opera scene, any one of them. It's like one of the most compelling parts of all of Star Wars, I would say. Literally that entire opera scene. You can pick and choose any one of the lines. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No, I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's like, why the hell is this politician talking about ancient lore that the Jedi wouldn't tell me? Why does he know Sith lore? Politicians have a lot of history. They know a lot of history, and they know a lot of things that the regular person wouldn't know because it helps them with their debates. That, in and of itself, right there, is a great scene. Any piece of dialogue in there is fantastic.
So then what is it? What about the action? Go back to the scenes where Emperor Ovaltine is fighting the 3 Jedis and tell me that that's well choreographed, crisply executed action. You want to tell me that? I don't think you do. So
Literally some of the best choreography. Like, if you're just talking about the close-up scenes, then, I mean, yeah, you literally have an old man, Ian McDermott, who Nick Gillard has says, like, he wasn't as fluid as Hayden Christensen, obviously. But then how would you, he just picks and chooses his arguments. And it's like a very infantile way of arguing because you're literally just spotlighting the things that are really not great in comparison to what is actually amazing. And so it leads someone who doesn't know anything about the project or whatever being like, oh yeah, wow, really? It's like that? But when you have someone who knows the whole thing and can spot all of the shit with all of the good, you get a better sense of like what this whole project is about. So if you're going to pick and choose the garbage parts, quote unquote, you need to also highlight the amazing insane. Are you telling me that you think the fight scene between the Emperor and Yoda is garbage? Are you telling me that Anakin versus Obi-Wan, arguably the most infamous sword fight in all of movie history, is garbage? I don't know, dude. It just seems like you got some animosity towards this film for whatever reason. And I've seen this argument so many times with older guys that were like one generation above me, because I think and it's the same thing I noticed with Andor fans. It's so weird. It's almost like they really push this narrative that it is like the most best thing. It's very, very eloquent. It's very adult. It's very mature. But they do the inverse, essentially, but to have the same meaning with the prequel trilogy. So them shitting on the prequels, being like, they literally say the same stuff about Andor, but the inverse. The acting is terrible. The stunts are bad. The dialogue is horrible. The story is shit. Because somehow, in the end, it all leads to the same part where it elevates them as a movie critic who is very fancy. And like I said a while ago, like those guys with the drinking the wine and the cheese that Mahler had a good laugh at. It's the same kind of person. They're just doing it inverse. I've dealt with that shit for years. That's why with Andor fans, I'm like, you know what? I smell this. I know what this is. I don't want any part of it.
I'm not seeing any arguments here. I'm just not. And there's so much more. I gave a lot of examples. I could have given many more examples.
Give the examples
of the problems with this movie. I didn't even get into the names of these characters.
My God, dude. I was going to like pigeonhole names. Bro's gatekeeping names.
Who's the one, the robot, the evil robot?
Evil robot? Oh, General Grievous?
That named...
It's a cyborg.
General Grievous. Well, how'd you come up with that, George? Well, because he's evil and he commits grievous actions. Oh, wow.
So, like, that's his alias. So, like, Darth Tyrannus, Tyrannical. They all have backstories before this. Dooku was Count Dooku, Jedi Master Dooku. He was also the Count of Sereno, extremely affluent. I don't expect you to understand this. These are all, like, book stuff. But the same thing with General Grievous. He's a cyborg. He used to be an organic being from the planet Kali. He was a Kalish warrior. He was, in fact, a badass warrior. And what happened was Dooku, and I'm just giving him lore now, Dooku had him in a ship. And him and Palpatine decided to blow up this ship so they could run experiments on him, funded by the banking clan. And so then they used all of these cybernetics and advancements in their technology because Palpatine wanted to see. He was always trying to come up with different ways to have a new army, a new powerful being, an apprentice. What would happen? The worst case scenario, clones, General Grievous. And then when he got to Vader, he gave Vader like the oldest parts because that's just how the Sith work. When you have a lot of pain and suffering, you use that to get stronger. Even though the cybernetics make you actually hindered. He's a cyborg. There's much more to him. That's just his like evil name. Like let me try to think of something. I don't know, like Marvel, like Dr. Doom. Oh no! How clever! Doom. He does things that end up in doom. Oh. At least General Grievous sounds a little cooler and a little more insidious. You know, you have Darth Sidious. You have Darth Vader, which is Dutch for your father. You have Darth Tyrannus. You have Darth Bane. Like, you can see the poetry there, the rhyming. You can see the pattern, right? Now he's shitting on names, bro.
And then you got all these people in the comments that they think that's, wow, that's clever. Oh, that's clever. Do you get it? Because he's Grievous. He does.
It's not supposed to be clever. It's not supposed to be like, wow, that's a really clever name. Like, what are you going to call him? General Clarence? Like General Todd? Hey, it's Ralph. You're going to give him like a bit of a dark name, I guess. Something that's a little more... It's not supposed to be cool. It's just, that's his freaking name.
It's a terrible way to name a character. I don't know how else to explain it to you. You know, in Austin Powers, which is a comedy,
I knew he was going to go there. I knew he was going to go to Dr. Evil.
The evil villain,
I knew it.
his name is Dr. Evil. It's a joke because it's so on the nose that it's absurd. And in a serious movie, you would never name the villain literally evil. But in George Lucas does that with a straight face. And then the robot has a cough. Why does a robot have a cough?
Because Mace Windu crushed his lungs, so he coughs now. Wait, I just realized that you... Oh, shit, I just realized this whole time. Why is he all off to the side? God damn it.
Once again, you've proved, if you'll excuse me.
All right, I thought he was going to pull up stuff on the side here, but it's been like 20 minutes of him talking.
You know, he became a robot, but he used to be a person, and that's why he has a cough.
No, that's it. Bro needs to watch my videos or something. Bro, that's not why he has a cough. The level of misinformation makes me mad.
Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
Subscribe to Star Wars Theory. About 4,000 videos of lore, fan fictions, and Star Wars prequel content.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Because the actual guy had a cough, had like emphysema or bronchitis.
No, George had bronchitis. George did the cough into the mic. That's George coughing, actually, because he had bronchitis when they were filming.
And then he became a robot, and he still has a cough. And I said, well, wait a second. So he replaced every part of his body with machines except his lungs that have pneumonia.
No, and now so many people are going to think this.
The part of your body that's the biggest problem is the one that doesn't turn robotic?
It's like he's getting flustered over something that is like he's already incorrect. It just looks like a double fool now. Just like in the other video he made where he's like, I guess when people turn evil, they go to lava planets. It's like, bro, did you not watch the film? Like, imagine making a review like this and not actually having watched the film. And then pick and choosing the stuff that you're going to spotlight to talk about how shitty it is. But then leaving out all the stuff that's like actually meaningful, really good. Like, you could literally cut out that scene that he was bitching about for like 5 minutes about Padme and Anakin, about how he loves her, thinks she's beautiful. You could literally cut it out and there would be no difference to the whole film. But yet he like harps on that for like and this is what I had to deal with early 2000s all the way up until now with these people. And I don't get it. It's like the same kind of thing with Andor fans.
I want you to get out of this office right now.
And it's funny when I see comments like this, which I see all the time, especially when I commit the sin of not liking something. You know, if I don't like something in pop culture everyone likes.
But yeah, let's all agree that it is super ridiculous if you like or not like something, and that's the problem. Listen, you can like media or not like it, and that's okay. If I don't like something, it doesn't matter. If I like something, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Same with this dude. He hates Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith for me is like the most important thing. So I don't care. Does this make Revenge of the Sith shit now? No. It just means someone doesn't see what I see. Someone doesn't understand what I understand. Someone doesn't connect with what I connect with. People have different religions, for God's sakes. Someone can have a different opinion on a film or a show. It's not going to affect me.
So when I put out a video saying, hey, let me tell you why I like this movie, you don't click on it because you don't think that's interesting. You only want to hear me hate stuff.
To be fair, I don't watch his content. I've seen him around. I've seen his stuff around. But I don't know the level of ratio from the stuff he talks about, which is like hate versus liking. But typically, if someone has only like 1 or 2 or 3, or let's say like 10 things that they really enjoy and they make videos on it, but they make like 500 videos of shit that they shit on, you can kind of see like it's, you know, yeah.
Because you decide to ignore every time I say I like something, don't then turn around and blame me for not liking anything. You're only interested when I'm ranting and raving about the stuff that I hate. So, you know, don't blame me.
He like goes on a tangent. He'll like believe something, go on a tangent about it, and then go on a double tangent about the shit he just like made up. It's like the general agreement. Why would he replace his body parts the same way that they were and give himself bronchitis? I don't understand that. Yeah, me neither.
Okay, and here's the last go. This was not all. This was one comment that I liked. Okay, here's the one comment. This is someone who disagrees with me, but here's the comment. It says, can we Star Wars fans accept?
It's just so funny seeing someone like outside of the Star Wars community online, like getting flustered over like these comments. Like, bro, this is nothing.
My problem is when people have a nostalgic or emotional attachment to something, so then they insist that we all have to pretend that the thing is actually good, that it's high quality art.
Good as a point of view, Matt.
Good as a point of view, Anakin.
I said that I didn't like Sonic 3, and I still have grown adults screaming at me in tears because I don't like Sonic 3.
Yo, can we get over this grown adults bullshit? Like, literally, every single human unless you're Benjamin Button, every single human started out as a kid. So it is perfectly acceptable to still connect with a time that was probably better, a time that was probably much more relaxed and not as stressful as being an adult. And so these things are like little soothers for us as adults. It not only makes you remember, it's only a dope story, but it makes you remember a time that was maybe better. Your parents were around, your grandparents were around, maybe your dog was still alive. All of those things come into play, and they do help, and that's nostalgia, of course. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it is a good story, it is a well-made film, and all of the points that I made to support why I think there's good acting, why I think there's amazing storytelling in there, and character arcs and progression. But if he wants to nitpick and sit there and be like, General Grievous, oh, that's so stupid. Literally, like, you guys don't know, I'm a literal pro when it comes to these kinds of debates because I've literally had them my whole life. And I have been a prequel stan since they came out. There has never been a day where I've been like, oh, yeah, you know, the prequels are shit. Never. I get emotionally passionate to combat and respectfully debate someone who likes to shit on the prequel trilogy.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
I don't know why. The films just really spoke to me on a very soulful, emotional level, and there will never be a time in history again where the prequels are coming out for the first time in theaters, before memes, before YouTube, before Twitter, before Facebook, where it's cool to talk about this stuff now, where you can make money talking about this stuff now. You're just a fan. You're a pure fan. There is no incentive to be a fan back then, whereas now it's completely different. I've been doing this a long time, and I have to say that I love these kinds of debates, and I welcome them. I love differing opinions. I think it is just such a brain scratcher. It's fun, and it's great. And then in the end, we all break bread and we go for lunch, unless you're a dickhead.
Looking at me with a straight face and saying, no, Sonic 3 is a great film.
Yeah, well, maybe for them it was great. I don't know. I don't get this. I don't understand this, man. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, there are people who like The Acolyte. I may like question like what you liked about it, but I'm never going to question the fact that you liked it. Like, why would you ever? Why? Maybe they like it. I don't know. I mean, there's people out there who like to eat shit. I'm not saying if you like The Acolyte, well, maybe. But look, I'm trying to be funny, but at the end of the day, people should be able to like what they like. They don't have to give an explanation for it. Maybe they just like it. Maybe they just enjoy it. I don't freaking know, and I don't care. If you like what you like and you're able to give eloquent, respectful, substantiative claims and reasons as to why you like something when someone wants to combat you, that's cool. That's conversation. That's dope. Or you can go the other way and be like, you don't like that? You must be racist. I feel like it's a Dave Chappelle skit.
I don't think that goddamn sheriff no sequel of them bastards gonna find me out here.
It's a great film, Sonic 3. You would put it in the pantheon of the great films of all time. What is it like?
What's with this guy? This guy's like a full-on critic. Like, you would put Hayden Christensen in the pantheon of great actors of all time? Oh my God. It's like, no, dude, he's just a great actor for that character. I'm not saying he's freaking Pacino, all right? Yeah, I'm not saying you can put him in Scent of a Woman. I'm not saying you can put him in Godfather. I mean, you could. He'd probably do fine.
You are my sunshine.
But I'm not. He likes to pick and choose. And it's very easy to dismantle these kinds of people in their debates because they do the straw man argument. You have this massive bouquet of straws, this piece of yarn, okay? This massive hay ball. He just takes one, like the one that's like burnt and like got poo on it. And he's like, look, this whole thing is garbage. It's like, well, dude, there's literally like a whole hay bale right here. Like the whole thing is good. Wait, you just picked out one that's shitty. No, don't lie to me. Yeah, I really cooked them there on that one. You don't have to compare it to critically acclaimed movies that won Oscars and things like that. Like that's not, but if I was a child and I really loved Power Rangers, which I did, and if someone put on Godfather when I was 3 years old, to be honest, I'd probably like Godfather. But you get what I'm saying? Like different strokes, different folks. You know what I'm talking about? Like Sopranos for me is the ultimate show. There is no show that I've ever seen that beats The Sopranos tone, pace, feel, everything. Yada, yada, whatever. Sopranos for me is number 1 over everything else, show-wise. But there are people who hate the show. Like, I'm not going to question if they're sane or not. They just didn't connect with it. That's fine.
I've now spent about 30 minutes this week of total airtime talking about Revenge of the Sith. So
Right, you said you had way more. You said you only listed a couple points. You got way more, bro. Let's make it an hour and a half. Come on. You said you destroyed the Star Wars fans. I just answered everything. I just debunked you on your own myths.
I'll do more. I'll do 15 minutes tomorrow.
Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. You understand how ready I am.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
You're gonna try to hector and scold me into liking it. Well, 2 can play at that game. You don't want to get into a scolding competition with me. All right. I'd like to see what.
Oh, dude, this guy's gonna keep going, baby. Let's roll. Yo, it's game over.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
It's treason. Yo, this is gonna be him. This is literally gonna be him by the time I'm done. I'm liking this series. This is fun, bro. Let's keep this shit going. I'm gonna subscribe so I don't miss an update. All right, subscribed. There you go. Matt Walsh hates sand. I destroyed the fan base. Yeah, Disney beat you too. Oh shit, dude. Yo, this video is gonna be fun. You were chosen one. It was said you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. I hate you. You're my brother, Anakin. I loved you. General Grievous isn't a robot. He's a cyborg. Yo, I love you guys, man. Matt, you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? That's literally what I'm gonna put right there. This dude like wrote out the whole thing. So this is how liberty dies. Thunderous applause is a great line. Good. Twice the pride, double the fall. Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Apparently not. My guy, you were about 20 years late to jump on the prequel hate bandwagon. I'm gonna douse this fire. It ain't even gonna be a freaking smolder after this. Matt, you've chosen the wrong hill to die on. You chose the wrong high ground. Don't worry, guys. He does this. Don't let him get your head. He just likes pranking fan bases on occasion. I feel like Matt didn't even watch the movie. That's what I'm saying, dude. I swear to God, this guy was probably on his phone the entire time. Literally just, oh, this movie sucks. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm looking forward to the next video he does. Hopefully he doesn't bitch out, makes another one. Matt, if you want to do this live, bro, I'd love to. I think it would be pretty funny. Until then, I will continue to destroy you as you claim to destroy the fan base. Actually, no, he destroyed himself. See you guys in the next one. Big sale, theorysabers.com. Matt, maybe you could get one for your kids. I'm sure they want one. All right, later.